Others began it as part of a harvest celebration back in the 1700s. But then he'd told me, 1,000,000 times, that it would make the family proud if I did enter, and so he'd already signed me up on the off chance I'd like to participate. The projects would be presented on the village's bonfire night, the Monday after the annual Gilbreth 2-day AutumnFest, which was just over 3 weeks away. I'd never qualify again, since it was only open to 6th graders. The deadline wasn't his fault, but it was still there. And it was basically the same as summoning all of our deceased relatives to haunt me, day and night, clasping their creepy invisible hands together while noiselessly moaning, "Looming deadline, Minna. Please, don't disappoint us. Ooh." According to Uncle Theo, I was more than capable of deciding on a special, unique, bold project. Embrace the past, he told me. Feel its heartbeat against your own, he said. You're a treat, he reminded me. I didn't need another heart beating against mine. My heart worked just fine by itself. And I was well aware that I was a treat and that my family's past was in me with every step I took. Sometimes the predictable treatness of my life gave me a nice, cozy sense of belonging. And sometimes it felt like I was buried under a big pile of well-meaning parenting books and wood shavings, trying to claw my way up to the top so I could reach out a hand to let people know that I was there too, and that I had a first name in addition to my last name. I'm Minna, my fingertips would call out for me, and I'm here too. But who exactly was Minna? I was still figuring that out. Not a big problem, right? Wrong. According to the Natural Disasters Emergency Parenting for the Teen Years, youth and innocence were basically over once age 13 hit, and I needed to be as self-grounded as possible in order to anchor myself for the deluge of tumultuous, volatile changes ahead. If I didn't have complete faith and confidence in myself as a person before the clock struck teenager, I'd get swept away by some kind of giant invisible flood. So, between that kind of doomsday talk and the fact that my 13th birthday was 3 months away, I felt like I was on my own personal deadline for finding out exactly who Minna was before the very last autumn of my childhood was over. Lately, I'd been wondering if my other half, my non-treat half, was part of the answer. I didn't know anything about who my dad was. According to Uncle Theo, my mom never even told anyone his name. She just returned to Gilbreth like she'd never left at all. Question: how do you find the thing that'll make you feel complete when the only thing you're really missing in life is a lost father that nobody else wants to find, and the only person who might be able to help with that particular item is A, dead, and B, wanted him to stay lost? Answer: you don't. Not without the help of a magical gateway to the past, or a miraculous coincidence, or an incredible appearance that would change everything. I wasn't picky. I'd settle for any of those three. 1. The Weaver's Prediction. In 1691, Minna Treat, a London-based maker of fine woodcraft, came down with a stomach ailment that took his life. Before he passed away, he bade his 4 sons to take heart, to be kind when tested but less kind when life called for it, to befriend danger and embrace discovery, and to avoid meat that smelled like feet. Lastly, he told them to whistle along with the hymns at his funeral because they all had singing voices that sounded like feral cats flung into frigid bathwater. From Gilbreth History, Founding Families and Artisanal Traditions, Gilbreth Welcome Center, $16.99. The apothecary shop was a dusty sort of dark, with drawn curtains and narrow wooden shelves stocked with remedies and tinctures and dried herbs. Freestanding candles and oil lamps fastened to the walls sent shadows dancing, reminding me of how unearthly I found the place as a child. It was like an enchanted mole-hole, a hollow hoard of strange smells and spells displayed among lights flickering in a permanent midnight. I stood waiting, the owner's back to me as he hummed and searched the oils for my uncle's request. Mrs. Poppy sat in a corner next to a small, ancient-looking cabinet covered in leaf carvings, working small miracles on her handheld loom. She and her